Hello everyone and welcome back to All in 2. Sorry I didn't upload last week. Nick didn't want to make a video, so we were kind of busy. Um, but today I'm back with another space flight simulator because I had so much fun the last one. I just had an epic idea. After watching Matt Lowndes it's pretty old actually. Matt Lowndes what do you call it? The collaboration station. I'm like, I should probably make my own station. Like, I've last time I've done a space flight simulator, it was a single launch space station, which was built with the intent of just launching it with one rocket. So but today we are launching the very first module of this station, which is going to be a modular station. I'm going to launch every single piece one by one. Which sounds hilarious because I am not good at rendezvous. It's like the orbital rendezvous is so hard in this game. But as you can see, before I launch, I normally do these what SpaceX would call them more static fires. But normally it's just to check the engines if I didn't click on one. You know. Also, if you notice on the top right, there was an infinite fuel on. I was using that for a different game. No, I was using that just because I play this game for fun sometimes. Uh, Sometimes I use the infinite fuel in case, of emergencies, like I almost crash. But this one will not crash, I assure you. But actually, something that I'm taking from Matt Lown, Matt Lown's collaboration station is this going to be a lunar space station, which means that it's going to be orbiting the moon. Also, I am not going to leave any debris, I think, any debris in space while I'm doing this, right? I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to be leaving debris while I'm building this station. I assure you with that, I think. But I'm not leaving debris in the station, which is good for, just in case I bumped into something. But right now I am launching the core stage, which is going to be where the space station will branch out from. I'm planning on building a 15 module space station, not including, solar panels and other spacecraft. But, so there's possibly gonna be 15 episodes of this space station launch launching module for module, probably doing some moon landing missions and some, crew recurring missions or something. It's like because originally the deep space this is just based on the deep space gateway which NASA is currently trying to build. They haven't even launched a single module yet, so I'm ahead of them with that. I am basically that thing is supposed to be a stopover for any crafts going to deep space or for brand new moon modules. And my PUBG squad is calling me, which I am not doing. I am not gonna answer that because I'm doing a narration right now. And by the way, can anyone help me in finding out how I could, make make the space flight simulator record in horizontal? Yeah, horizontal thing. Cause right now it's only portrait, not landscape. I wanted to record landscape because normally space flight simulator is supposed to be played portrait, but because it's a mobile game, but it's very hard to play landscape. So if anyone can help me with that, leave it in the comments. Also, what do you think I should launch next? Because I've done a single um a single launch space station. Now we're doing a multi-launch space station, which is basically a modular space station. What should I launch next? I was thinking of launching a base towards the moon, just a single base, like probably one of those big rovers too, something. Also, I have like three, I think three what do you call it? three rovers on Mars. Also, I'm also thinking of making a rover sample, collector. It's like gets the samples from the rovers and launches them back to Earth to be, used. Also, here we have finally the third stage of this rocket, which I was pretty scared at this point because the fuel meter was going down very severely and the orbit was not getting fixed. Now I have to reply to someone. I don't know what to talk about. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Um my should I launch a brand new, rover to Mars? Cause I only have three rovers, which is based on Pathfinder, Curiosity, and no, not Curiosity, Opportunity, rest in peace, and Spirit, which are all dead. I'm planning on launching a recreation of Curiosity, and now that we have reached uh low Earth orbit, actually wasn't sure if this was low Earth orbit because it was only 29 kilometers above Earth. I mean the Earth's surface. And now we are getting ready for our burn towards the moon, which where this station is going to be orbited. Also, I accidentally pressed on a few things here because I have a lot of satellites around Earth. Some of them are no, I'm pretty sure I don't have any more third stages because I normally clear debris. Most of those are satellites or failed attempts at launching things. Because this is still my same save as like since I first started playing this game, which it has been a while. It's like early this year, like very early this year. Actually, yeah, no, earlier than that, which was actually my friend introduced me to it, which was kind of epic because he knew a lot about this game. I'm pretty sure he doesn't play anymore. You know who you are. Okay. So as you can see, I have these small tug that I attached to the space station, which I actually didn't need because it it orbited pretty well because the rocket is so powerful. Right here we have our encounter and we are about to time lapse. Good thing I checked first before beginning the time warp because that would have been hilarious if I just crashed into to the freaking moon. Alright, so we are beginning our time warp, and after the time warp, we are going to begin our capture burn. Alright, I was actually pretty scared. I'm pretty scared whenever I time warp stuff, because sometimes you overshoot or something. Like, yeah, it's like every time I rendezvous, it's really hard. Let's just wait for us to get into the moon's SOY. SOY means eh, sphere of influence. If no one knows that, okay. So we are in our moon's SOY. We are heading towards the periapsis to begin our capture burn. The burn was about I don't know how long, a minute, which was hilarious. Actually, no, it was shorter than a minute. Yeah, I entered the moon orbit fairly well. I wanted a very circular orbit because it's very hard to get those sometimes. So our plan was to deorbit the third stage, then release the tug with the capsule. I mean the capsule, the module, and speed that up to a stable orbit, then release the tug, and release the tug, then crash the tug into the surface of the moon, which by the way has two things. Pretty sure one of those is a crashed rover or something. Yeah, I sent a rover to the moon, like a tiny rover, which was terrible at the moon, and a asteroid, which I originally planned as like, something for a video, but it did not end up that way. I set it to a very high Earth orbit, and somehow it was captured into the moon's, SOI, and then crashed into the moon's surface. I was not even looking. I was like, where is my asteroid? I saw it on the moon surface. Right, there you go. We just released the third stage, and we're beginning to circularize for the orbit of the capsule. I mean, the module. Why do I keep saying capsule? Alright, that's actually a pretty perfect circle. And then we are now releasing the tug, I think. Yeah. Um, hello? Pass Brian, please. Oh, there you go. Alright. I had some problems with releasing the tug a little bit because there's a docking port and a staging thing, so pretty hard. I actually crashed this thing with a lot of fuel still in it, which was absolutely hilarious. And we are done. We have sent the first module into orbit, which now we are just going to actually we are going to align this first, because the sometimes the docking of other things are very hard to do. Right. So now we're just gonna watch the two parts crash into the moon. I was also wondering, why did the third stage not crash into the moon surface? Just like, how are you still alive? So I went back to the station, then continued to watch, and then boom. Alright, we're done. Yay. Okay. So that pretty much marks the end of the video. Also, I was wondering what this thing was, which I just remembered was a satellite that I set up. Alright, so that's the end of the video. Hope you like, subscribe, share this video with friends and family, and tell me in the comments below what modules I should send next. Alright, everyone, I will